rise. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series tonight, live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're going to find out tonight if anybody here is afraid of the big old lobster, just like Denny Hamlin was a few years back. Tonight, still continuing to show the support for the one and only Sophia the Fierce, and now adding on Team Nigu, Team Never Ever Give Up. For second week in a row, it's going to be the one and only crew chief, Jerry Harrison. Jerry, welcome to New Hampshire, and welcome again to the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series. Tonight, how are you, bud?
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete, thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well. Welcome to New Hampshire, virtual Loudon, the flattest, one of the most craziest racetracks I've ever been on personally. It's a challenge for me. I'm thrilled to be your co-host for tonight's broadcast, and just ready to see what we got for action in a Turn Down for What series.
Yeah, it turned out for what? It's going to have about 25 to 30 truckers out here. We're going to go ahead and bring up your scoring pile, bring up everything that you're going to want to keep an eye on to keep up with your favorite driver. So far, Josh Taylor, the one and only More Smoke, putting a 30.5 up on top of the board. Robert Amaral, Joshua Roberts, and Jimmy Mensch so far adding to it. But let's get down on track. Keep up with some of these guys. It's going to be a very, very fast 115 laps here in the great Northeast. Not too shabby.
New Hampshire opened its gates back in 1990, that is. One of the fan favorites, of course. I mean, it's kind of a mixed emotion, I think, if you reach out there to the fan base, even watching the track. But as far as, I mean, there's no sort of intense rivalries back to, Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon back in the day having a nice rivalry here and stuff like that. So it can create it's a short track, so it creates that action, and we should see no shortage of that tonight, I think, as well.
Yeah, some people call this a Martinsville on steroids, 1 full mile long, as we keep up with Jeff Jones at a Goodyear, Arizona, saying his sponsor is 2 in the chest. Not quite sure what that is. Being an old military guy, 2 in the chest means you reassess after you double tap someone, but I digress. But yeah, Mike Allen also out here in his 88. Keeping up. He's got a brand new sponsor on board as well. Napoli Motorsports, Upstate Auto Mobile Truck Repair. So big props to Mike Allen and his continuing pursuit to bring more and more people into this iRacing world.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always good to see people recruiting new guys too. That's for sure.
The one and only 00 for Pacey Wygant, still rocking the Sophia, the Fierce colors, as he has for the last 2 seasons. He's got that yellow ribbon, and of course that 00. And if I'm not mistaken, the 00 actually came by request of the very, very young Sophia when we first started kind of pulling for her. She said that was her favorite number, so that's what he went with. Or it might have been a different number for like a 1 or 2 off race, and then he went back to the 00. But now keeping up with one of the new guys here, sitting P8 right now, Chase McGuire and Jerry. I'm absolutely loving this metallic Mountain Dew scheme as he completed his qualifying lap. Austin Collins as well out here on track in this mostly unsponsored number 1 Toyota.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back to that beautiful Mountain Dew paint scheme myself. I run one personally, and it's just one of those things. It's one of the most beautiful paint schemes you'll see on the track for me. But there's bias, strong bias to that one.
No, I don't sense any bias out of you whatsoever.
I'm not looking for a sponsor, Pepsi. If you want to reach out to me, it's not going to offend me or anything like that.
Looks like guys, Superior Blaze out there in the land of Twitch saying should be a good race. The same looks like Revenger XXL out there. Good to see Rev. Jeff Jones says, let's go Pete, number 95. 2 in the chest, ready to roll. I'll have to ask him what the 2 in the chest is, because in my eyes, that does not sound too pleasant. So far, 24 guys have gone out to take time, and that looks like, Jerry, that's all that's going to have enough time to go on out there and get after it. So let's go ahead and bring up your full grid right now. All right. Yep, let's get it. Austin Collins in that one, sitting P1. Let's see if we can go pole to pole, just like, or pole to checkers, just like Justin Aniscock did last week. Looks like P2 is going to be, look who it is, the 13, that unlucky number for Justin Aniscock. Row number 2 is going to be Brad Rivers in that 18, with Pacey Wygant in that 00 sitting P number 4. Row 3 is going to be Andrew Chapman in the 25. Very, very strong race for him last week. Right now, Andrew is sitting P3 in the points, only 6 points behind Pacey Wygant. Byron Jones to his outside. He's our runner-up right now in points, just 2 mere points behind Pacey. Josh Taylor is going to start off row number 4 in the 57 with Cole Snyder in that 2-4 to his outside. Row 5, Stan Carnathan in that Hemp's number 82, and Chase McGuire, again, one of the newcomers tonight in that beautiful Mountain Dew number 79 sitting P10. To round out the top 12 is going to be Michael Carter in the 16 with Mike Miller in that 5. Jerry, you want to take 13th on?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it over. We got 13th is Charles Mosley in that 89 machine. Jeff Nose sitting in 14th spot in that 55 entry. We've got James Mott in the 94. I'll round it out to 20th, and if you want to take over the rest of the field, we'll go from there. We got 16th Michael Allen in the 88. The 7 entry of Christopher Murphy is in 17th. Michael Call sitting in 18th spot in that 99 machine. Elric George is in the 40 and 19th, with Jeff Jones rounding out your top 20.
That's right, the number 95 truck. 21st going to be Joshua Roberts in the 3. The double deuce spot is going to be Robert Amaral in that double 7. To round out your top 12 starting positions, going to be the 61 of Claire Murphy and Mike Campbell Jr., old Papa Bear himself. P25 is going to be none other than Evan Knopp in the 63 with Joe Tardif to his outside. 27th is going to be the 33 of Blaze Richardson, the other driver making his debut this evening, with Zach Meredith in that 17 starting 28th. And to round out the rear with the gear, John Holiday in that 9 starting 2-9, and Mike LeBlanc in that 41 to round out row 15. So all 30 trucks as the parade or pace lap is underway.
You gotta love this part of the race. The anticipation mounting for that green to fall, you know.
Absolutely, all these drivers, working at setting things up just right. Maybe getting some kind of a plan in place, taking a look at the temperature and seeing what things are going to be like. In fact, let's go ahead and bring up that temp. Looks like 116 degree track temp, 72 degree air temp. So things are going to be a little slick, Jerry. But here we are coming to that start stripe right now. Barney's got the green flag up, green flag out. Let's go.
No one's got a clear advantage. Well, I mean, the outside line did seem to have an advantage after all there. It looks like the outside line got the jump on it there.
Yeah, outside line, kind of interesting. I don't know if the inside line just had a little bit of an issue there or what could have happened, but Justin Aniscock in that 13 out to a very quick lead. And side by side right now for P number 3.
Not so unlucky 13 right now. He's got it out front.
There you go. All right. So far, so good. And look, during the practice, Jerry, for not quite sure how much of it you were able to catch, but a lot of guys were experiencing some very, very loose trucks early on. They started to tighten up a little bit as the run went on, and then went way over to the free side where I was catching more guys turning to the right than to the left as the run went on.
Yeah, in practice, there was a lot of guys that seemed to be echoing the sentiment of one Kyle Busch, where they just need to fill the place up with, and around goes a couple trucks as we that 79 Mountain Dew entry is involved. No.
Yeah, it looks like Robert Amaral and a couple others definitely involved in that. But as you pointed out, Chase McGuire in that Mountain Dew machine, very, very much a part of it. Looks like Josh Taylor was involved as well. But let's go back with Robert Amaral and pick up with him.
Take a look.
All right, go ahead and reload the replay here. All right, so you see the 77 Valvoline machine. Let's play this out, see what was going on in the eyes of this trucker. Going through 3 and 4 here, a little bit of a shift off of turn number 4, and looks like whatever happened was going to be on the next lap. Coming low, truck slid up just a little bit.
It looks like maybe, I mean, honestly, kind of looks like the 57 may have been a little loose as well and came maybe across the nose of the 79. It was just real slick maybe, and they occupied enough of the same real estate. It looks like to me.
All right, let's play this from the 57 of Josh Taylor, and let's go.
Although there's another truck, the 77 is around also, and I don't know if he's part of the. I'm trying to figure out how he was in there.
Yeah, something tells me there's a little bit more to it. Let's go with from Chase McGuire's view. All right, you got the 2-4 Cole Snyder to his outside.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks like the 77 just got around on his own.
Yeah, 57 looked like he started to get a little loose up and off the corner, and there was just nowhere for Chase in that 79 to go. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live.
We were talking about the slickness, and it's hot and slick out there. So you're going to see that probably a couple more times, I would imagine, before we get out of here today.
I would have to say you're more than likely right. All right, Justin Anscock is down there in Alaskan Esports. Let's go ahead and pull driver 13 on up as he goes back double wide. Justin, I know that everybody's getting back in form. How you feeling about this rowdy machine, and can you go back to back after your win last week at Dega?
It was a lot looser in qualifying, and that threw me off guard. But yeah, I had a great start on the initial start, and jumped out there. I was kind of saving my tire, not shifting. But I think it's gonna come into play later in this run.
All right, Rowdy, I'll get you back on down. Good luck, and pass along my well wishes to Mr. Taylor as well, please.
Alrighty.
Good luck.
All right, so we got Justin back on down with Josh Taylor, part of Alaskan Esports. Again, this driver out of Kenai, Alaska. So Rowdy's back along the outside wall, and green flag's up. Here we go. One more time, Jerry. Green flag's out.
So he got a really good jump again out in that 13 truck.
Well, as the leader, that is one benefit that the control truck or control car always has. You can jump on that throttle pedal just a tad bit quicker than anybody else, and away you go. But the only thing about that is, from there on out, you're kind of watching what's happening from your rear view. A little bit of a sit down. You can be at some like restrictor plate tracks and things like that. Absolutely. You really just have to kind of manage your race, manage your tires more than anything. Austin Collins right behind him, very, very good. So he knows he's got his work cut out for him.
And don't look now, but that 55 and the 94 are mixing it up back there. He's getting it. Looks like James Mont and Jeff Noah are just all over each other. It's amazing. Good racing, good racing.
Yep, 54 to the inside, 55 Jeff No to the outside. Jeff trying to avoid the wall. Good job. Maybe a little bit of momentum was taken from him, but the 54 is going to go ahead and take that spot. Now he's got the back end of that number 16 Napa Know-How Chevrolet Silverado. One long conga line so far going down the backstretch till you get to about P20.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it pretty tame at the moment, it looks like. So far, so good back there.
You mentioned a guy earlier, the one and only Elric George in this 40, just about playing with the rear end of that number 99 as they come across the start stripe to start lap number 10, 63 and 71 of Evan Knopp and Mike Papa Bear Campbell right to their backside. They're also side by side right behind Elric George.
And don't look now, but Collins is challenging for the lead. He is all over that 13 of Rowdy.
There we go, back up front. Yep, 13 of Rowdy, almost tagging that wall just a little bit. Austin Collins, though, he's got the right front inside the left rear of that 13 Rowdy machine. Does Rowdy keep him pinched down going through the corner? Yes, he does, so that's going to disallow the one to get back in the throttle. Little looseness coming off, and the one is going to be able to go ahead and take the lead.
Looks like Byron Jones in that 19 is even going to try to get up there, maybe challenge as well. Byron was loving that because, they kind of had a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field, but side-by-side battle there for 3 laps, almost complete 3 laps. They, lost a little bit of that track position. And to your point before, that's going to be, of course, a lot harder on their tires. So we'll see how that, works in the long run here.
Absolutely. Byron Jones and the 2-5 of Andrew Chapman, second and third in points. Right now running third and fourth. 25 continuing to take a look to the inside of Byron in that 213simware.com. Silverado, the 25 monster machine of Andrew Chapman, still looking pretty strong. Byron up 3 spots. Andrew Chapman up 1.
The 13 truck is, without a doubt, the fastest truck on the track still. It's just amazing that, the track position and your tires can make such a big difference at such an early point in the run, as we're on, lap 13 here.
Absolutely. 13, very, very fast. Again, last week's winner from Talladega. Timothy Land is saying, let's go, Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones, a name you know, 2 in the chest in the house.
2 in the chest.
2 in
I don't
the
know why
chest.
that makes me think. I don't know why we're thinking. That makes me think of Kevin Hart. By myself on the block, 2 in the chest. It seems like it goes with it. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. Right now, leader kind of stepping away about a good second over P2 and Justin Anasagak. So again, this unsponsored #1 Toyota TRD machine looks like so far Austin Collins has a pretty good handle on the field. Brad Rivers, he's going to move on up to P3, getting on by both Andrew Chapman and Byron Jones. Good passing for him. Let's see if we can actually see how that pass happened, because he came on up and took him 2 in one corner. Let's go back, see how that worked. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. You can already see him on the inside of the 2-5, and that was after Byron Jones. So let's go ahead and rewind this for just a tad. See how he got 2. It looked like it was 2 in one corner, but not so much. Let's see.
Almost. He was just almost in one corner, but it maybe just been a lap there. 1 lap we got him.
Yep, there you go. See
they
him
were working so hard on each other, and he just took advantage.
There you go. So, 18 getting to the inside of the 19 of Byron Jones at the door. Sees the 2-5 out there. 18's going to go ahead and throw it in. 19 stuck on the outside, nowhere to go. 25 is going to be next. A little bit of contact between Rivers and the 2-5 of Chapman, but the 18 able to keep up the momentum and make the pass in the following corners. Not too bad whatsoever for Brad Rivers. So again, Rivers up to P3, no bones about it. Let's go ahead and bring it back live.
Yeah, as we actually, Andrew Chapman has moved back up to second place in an impressive pass over Miller. They're just trading back and forth right now. It's amazing.
Yep, Andrew Chapman is still up to P4, up 1 spot total on the day. But how about this guy right here? This #5 of Mike Miller in his Toyota, up 7 spots so far. He's one of the biggest movers. Evan Knopp being another. He's up 9 spots right now. And a little bit further in the back, one of the guys making his debut this evening, the 33 Toyota for Blaze Richardson. It says 18 on the door, 33 on the scoring pylon. If you're a fan of Blaze, here he is in this, what is this on the side? Plaza Pizza. Kind of making me hungry, Jerry.
Not to make you want some pizza. Right. I agree. My thoughts exactly. Get the words out of my mouth.
Yep, so after the trouble that the 57 had, looks like Josh Taylor able to rebound just a little bit, up to 20th so far. He had some pretty good practice speed, so I have to see if he's able to work his way back on through as the race rolls on. Working lap 19. Next time we get to the line, be lap 20. 95 more laps to go this evening, again in the Sophia the Fierce 115, right along with Team Nigu, Team Never Ever Give Up.
Evan Knopp in the 63 and Michael Coleman 99 back here in the middle of the field are just going at it too. They have a great race going on as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, Evan Knopp in that 63 body armor machine on the outside of the 99 of Michael Call. It's funny, Pop Bear was kind of sharing a story about how him and Mike Call met. It was through TikTok. They were both watching somebody's race recap or race short or something like that, and Mike said in the chat that he wanted to find a good league. Pop Bear told him, hey, go on over to Facebook or go on over to Twitter. If you like what you see there, send me a message and we'll get you hooked up, and it's just been a great fit ever since.
That's amazing.
You never know where you're going to meet people. How about another
Absolutely.
story?
And
Go ahead, Jerry.
go ahead. I was gonna say it is a great group of guys. I've kind of met them in the same as we have across it here.
Yeah, it looks
79 involved again.
Yep, 79. There was another involved as well, possibly Elric George, considering I think he is back in the pits already. But let's go on over with Chase McGuire one more time, because I know this one was you might have come across the hood of someone. So let's play this back. Could have also been Chris Murphy involved as well. But let's go ahead and switch this on over to our Chase cam, and let's play this out. All right, so off the corner, looks like he's getting on by the 88 of Mike Allen. Looks like one other truck kind of coming up a little quick on the bottom side. That's going to be the number 7, 3 wide, going through 3 and 4. And does 3? They're going to stay 3 wide with the 88. Nope, 7 just comes on up, tags the left rear of the 79. Nothing for him to do at all. Let's go ahead and back this up one more time. All right, I'll stop it right there and play it out. So again, 99 on the outside. Here comes the 79. Looks like 79-7. You got the 88 far up by the wall. 7 just washes up, clips the left rear of the 79. Nothing that he could have done about it whatsoever. Doesn't collect anybody else. Just this another 2-truck incident as we go ahead and bring it back live one more time. All right. So, looks like we got a whole host coming on down pit road, all being led by the one of Austin Collins. So, see if we can go ahead and bring Austin on up right quick. I believe he was down, in Weaver Motorsports. Bring him on up to the booth and see. Actually, it's showing me that there are 2 booths. It's kind of interesting. There he is. Not quite sure. Okay, there he is. All right, Austin, it's Repeat and Jerry up in the booth, but you got a copy in that mostly unsponsored Toyota machine.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Austin. The 13 gave you a hell of a battle for the lead. You were able to go on up there, take sole possession after I think he might have scraped the wall just a tad. Can you keep that Toyota TRD machine in the win for the night?
We're going to try to. Try to keep this thing out front and hopefully keep the tires on it. This shifting stuff's going to really eat up the rear, so we're going to see what we can do here.
I was actually going to ask you about the tire wear. You were there, I believe, for the majority of the practice. What was your biggest learning point in that hour-long practice?
Just keeping the truck straight. As long as you can keep it pointed straight off the corner, you'll be all right.
All right, but I see you're all
Like Austin.
I see you're all back and stacked, double file. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back to your team, Weaver Motorsports, right now. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up, sir.
Thank you.
You got it, buddy. All right, Jerry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to get him back before we get going.
Sure, it does seem like we're seeing look at about a 15-lap window before the tire fall off. Is that what we've seen so far?
I would imagine, because that was just 24, 25 laps, give or take, and everybody came on down pit road. So it's a very, very good possibility. Why won't this switch? There we go. All right.
They got 3 wide down into 3 and 4 here. Oh, this is not going to work out. Oh, there's so many trucks.
Yep, some people stacking up. Look like they saved it for the most part. Not so much. Caution is going to fly.
Charles Mosley in the 89 or 59 inch, 89 inches.
Let's go ahead and find out. One more time. Let's see. Switch on over. This is from about mid-pack, riding along with the 95 of Jeff Jones. Let's see what happens here on the just after the restart.
I do believe this is the classic cautions breed cautions here. They were beating and banging all the way to the middle of the pack. It was awesome.
All right, you see the 94 to the inside, 95 outside, going into 3. sliding on up, and it seemed like a lot of people took a big piece of this pie. And just nowhere to go. 95 absolutely crawling on through. 89 machine turned all the way around. Let's go ahead and play that back with the 95 from a completely different angle. All right, let's see, camera 2. Actually, let's widen this out a little bit and play it again.
I mean, it's that classic accordion effect, and
Yep.
it just started from the middle and just worked its way to the, kind of the back of the field there, for the most part, it looks like. There was one truck way on the inside there, way early, and it kind of stacked things up maybe a little too.
A lot of people really
I can see that
trying to fight for position. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live again. All right, so we talked to Austin Collins. What do you say we try to get a hold of the 2.5 of Andrew Chapman right quick? See if I can find him. It looks like he's down in Eons Motorsports. So we'll go ahead and pull Andrew on up. Andrew, it's Repeat and Jerry up in the booth, bud. You got a copy in that 2.5? Andrew, you got me, sir. All right, doesn't seem like Andrew has us. So what do you say we go ahead and try to... We already spoke with Justin Anisgok. So we'll kind of let this one be. Jerry, what do you think about the race so far? I know we're kind of third caution in deep. We got a lot of movers, a lot of shakers. What are you seeing so far?
Well, I mean, it looks like there's a couple of trucks that have flash speed, of course. The interval hasn't been enough, I don't think, for enough of a green flag run yet to really discern anything too terribly for the long run or anything. But it does look like it's very racy, even for it to be slick. But that is kind of it does seem that slickness is there. They are slipping and sliding around and trying to find their groove. So I think we're going to see a lot more action as this race unfolds. I do believe we're going to see. We might not be done seeing the caution after caution tails here.
No, I would imagine not, as everybody starts to go back double wide. And you talked about the track being slick. I believe when the race first started, rather, I mentioned that it was 116 degree track temp. Right now up to 117. Air temp though has stayed the same, so it's mostly just these trucks heating up this 1 mile very, very flat oval in New Hampshire. Air temp still a very, very cool, calm, collected, nice spring day for being the beginning of August or middle of August. 72 degrees right now. And yeah, Austin Collins about ready to fire this off as we come through the center of turns 2 and 3.
Now, if this was a Mac Nugget, he would tell you the outside line has been getting this jump all day. But we'll see if it happens again.
All right, green flag's up. We're going back green.
Oh,
here we go.
The inside line, Collins, a big jump. Again, that's like you said, maybe it's the leader. That lead truck has this advantage.
All right, one. Yeah, absolutely. They've got the advantage of being the one to stomp on that go-go pedal very, very quick. Everybody else has to kind of judge as to where that may be, but nobody's ever going to be as quick as the leader unless you happen to, maybe you're racing on trips and you're able to see the leader out of your left or right side, depending on which line they choose.
1 3 1. Oh, there they go. I couldn't get it out of my mouth. I knew they were about to go around. We got Michael Carter in the 16, I think, in this one.
All right, caution finally comes on out, working lap 32 of 115, talking about Mike Carter. So here he is right back there with Mike Allen in the 88. Let's see if we can find, kind of go back and watch this as it unfolds.
It was just the meat and the sandwich, I think, here.
All right, let's watch this out. 88 on the outside of the 18. You see the 99 right behind, coming up to the right rear of the 16. 82 Hemp's machine for Stan Carnathan right ahead. 88 up on the outside wall, still 3 wide, coming off of turn 4. Oh, just kind of runs out of real estate there. catches the right rear of the 16, 94. He's going to go ahead and whoa it up and slow it up just enough as the 16 just plowed into the outside wall. 88 had absolutely nowhere to go.
Yeah, and we might take a look at that cockpit. That might be a good view. I'll have to actually take a look here on that one because he did get that truck load up behind them very expertly, with some expertise there, I do believe.
There you go. So how about Mike?
He had a front row view.
How about Mike Miller in this number 5? See if we can find him right quick. There's Mike Carter. A lot of Mikes in here. Let's see if we can't find
the 94 did an absolutely masterclass job at avoiding this accident. I got to give it to James on this one. That was amazing driving on that.
Fair enough. Let's see. All right, I found Mike Miller. Let's go ahead and pull him on up right quick. Mike, it's Repeat and Jerry up in the booth, but you got a copy in that 5.
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
All right, bud. All top 4 truckers right now are all Yodas. The only Chevrolet is going to be in P5 with Brad Rivers. So Toyota's very, very fast in practice. Now top 4 all sporting the same emblem. Can you get on up there? Can you have anything for the 13 or for the 1?
That 1's pretty tough. The 13, I thought we were going to get by here on that last run, but the caution came out. We had him pinned down on the inside. Thought we had a good shot. But as long as we can stay Toyota dominant up front, I think any 4 of us got a good shot of bringing home the checker.
All right, buddy. Well, I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck in that Yoda. You were hanging out with Blaze Richardson, right?
I'm sorry, who?
You were down there with Blaze, is that right? Or who were you? Which team were you with?
Oh no, I'm a privateer. I think I'm in the general chat.
Okay, so yeah, you were hanging out with Blaze then. All right, I'll get you back on down. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up, like I said. Go get him.
All righty.
All right, good luck.
No, I did not get him right where he was supposed to go. Mike Miller, where'd you go? I have no idea where I put him. Whoopsie. Well, he was a privateer, so it's probably not gonna matter all that much. But definitely wish him a whole lot of luck as they actually they do have one more parade or pace lap coming around. So Mike Miller out of Tampa, Florida. He's got the picture of the Intimidator. Could that be the reasoning behind this this mostly black Toyota? It's kind of interesting though to see the Earnhardt mixed with a Yoda. That would have never ever happened, Jerry.
Right. I agree. I was gonna say that his likeness to the Intimidator was astonishing.
All right, let me go ahead and bring him back down where he belonged. There we go. I got Mike back where he was. So, working caution number 4 on lap 36. Going to go ahead and bring this on back to the to Barney in the flag stand yet again. He's got the field. He's got the green flag up, getting ready to roll yet again. Green flag.
They're minding their manners so far.
Yep. Mild-mannered stock truck drivers, we'll call them. And yeah, right now, looks like about top 4 all single file. Brad Rivers in that 18 Rays machine, trying to mix it up, trying to insert the Silverado into the Toyota Tundra TRD top 3 that we've got. Brad Rivers is going to be able to go ahead and take over that P4 spot. 5 to his outside again. That is Mike Miller, and looks like the 18 is going to be able to pull a slider. He is clear and takes the spot away.
Wow.
All right, Jerry. So top 6 right now, back to Byron Jones, which is exactly where Byron started. So no, moving or shaking for that 213simware.com Silverado. He's still rocking right where he started. Right behind him, though, Cole Snyder and Blaze Richardson. Blaze is up 19 spots from where he qualified. And another big shout out to Pacey Wygant. He had to start from the pits after a penalty from last week's race. It'll be interesting to see just how far he's able to work his way through the field in this Sophia the Fierce 00.
Absolutely, I agree. And it's it is one of those races where it's close enough action to get back and forth through the field. Can be challenging. So to see some of these trucks moving like they have, it's an impressive run for quite a few of these guys.
Absolutely. Again, looking at this Plaza Pizza number 18 Yoda, up 19 spots. So again, if you're new here and you've already pounded that follow or hit the subscribe on YouTube, or maybe you're out there on Roku through your favorite TV or streaming deck, welcome aboard. But yeah, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, iRock TV, and new is Kick. As Revenger says, test is good. Revenger, thank you very much. Great battles. Actually, quite a few spots all the way around this track.
All the way back through to the back of the field, actually. So there, yeah.
Yeah, keeping up right now with the 55 of Jeff No. You see the 42 of Joe Tardif. Thinking about maybe taking it 3 wide to the outside of the 3 of Joshua Roberts.
Oh, buddy.
I need a little bit more than that, sir. What you got?
I mean, I'm just it was close. They were close there. It was close.
All right, 16 and 63. Just behind them, that's going to be Evan Knopp in the 63 and the 16 of Mike Carter. But yeah, Jeff No still battling with that 42 to the outside. Kind of curious or interesting to see the 42 taking that higher lane and working his way around the 55. You would imagine that the inside line would be somewhat preferred, but the 42 able to keep pace.
Absolutely, and that's what I was going to say. The fact that he's able to battle back on the outside is an astonishment to me. That hasn't seemed to be, like you said, a preferred lane. Even through practice, they were keeping it kind of down on the bottom, but it does seem to have some grip on it, kind of the middle to the top of the middle, the top of the corner at the moment. So that's kind of intriguing.
Right now, riding along with the back of the 71 of Mike Papa Bear Campbell and his team Nigu, turned down for what? Ford F-150. Again, Mike bringing Team Nigu on board, standing for never ever give up, and it's children. Encouraging kids fighting cancer. So Nigu again, never ever give up, and this has been a great cause for Turn Down for What, going back to Sophia the Fierce. A while back, there was a kid by the name of Justin, #Justin Tough, out of Georgia, after he was mauled by 2 or 3 pit bulls. Turn Down for What actually ended up being on the news out of Georgia with that. It was actually really, really cool. And recently we helped raise, I think it was right around $600 for a new playground to be built with another cancer patient's dream, unfortunately after passing, of building a playground for handicapped children. That was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
All right, up front, looking with Andrew Chapman right now, sitting P2 in that 2.5, up 3 spots, riding shotgun. Austin Collins still leading the way. Justin Aniscock, P number 3. Looks like Brad Rivers in that Rays machine is going to settle in. P4, down 1 after qualifying 3rd. And to round out the top 5 so far, Jerry, up 7 spots. Again, is that 5 of Mike Miller.
Yes, sir. It does look like we may have had a couple of trucks get together, the 79 and James Mont in the 94. We didn't have a caution out of it, but we looked like we had some action on the track here as far as the contact we might take a look at here.
Yeah, James Mensch back there, down 4, sitting, as you said,
And-
P19, the double O of Pacey Wygen, getting around again. Another truck showing just how much grip and how much speed there is around that high side.
Yeah, he's absolutely moving to the field on that high side.
95 of Jeff Jones at 2 in the chest, number 95. It looks like he right now is right where he qualified. Just so very much like his son, Byron Jones, who was up there in 6th place. Jeff Jones, he qualified 20th. That's still right where he runs right now in his, used to be a Cowtails, number 95, the old Cowtails candy. Yes, sitting P20. Charlie Mosley in the 89, 21st.
Brad Rivers enjoying a nice, comfortable lead at the moment. Almost a second and a half here. Looks like back to Andrew Chapman in the 25. Andrew has been back and forth through the top 5, but that's pretty much been hanging on. But he's actually getting challenged right now by Rowdy in that 13 truck.
All right, let's keep bringing it back on up. Ooh, Rowdy kind of pulled an interesting move right there. Got around him and pulled right up. 25 had to slam on the brakes not to get into him. And looks like 13, he's going to prove that on the long run, he can get on up there and still hang, but still 2 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, that actually allowed another half a second for the 1 to get away. We'll see if the 13 can chase him down here. If they get a good green flag run here, he could make that ground up. We'll see.
Yeah, down as you say that, I just mentioned he was 2 seconds already down to 1.7. So Austin Collins better start paying attention.
On the track.
Yeah, Austin Collins better start paying attention to that rear view mirror. You don't want to drive out of the rear view, but you definitely want to make sure you manage the race when you have to, and you go when you've got to do that also. Speaking of which, battle right now back here for Brad Rivers, the 18, and Andrew Chapman in the 2.5.
Close battle.
Very close battle.
The 25, like I said, I think he's got maybe the short run speed in that truck more than the long run speed. It seems like he's fallen back now on both runs, maybe fallen back kind of as the time has progressed. So he might be looking for kind of a short run at the end of this race. We'll see if that works to his advantage. He's been hanging around the top 5, so I think if he keeps his truck up there, he'll be in contention at the end of this. But as you mentioned, the Jones family both have some flashes of speed as well. So it's just a matter of who can survive the remaining laps here as we wind them down.
Yep, looks like these guys continue to run side by side. And I was wrong. It's actually not the 2.5. It is just the 5 of Mike Miller, driver we spoke with just a little bit ago. And, man, the 18 absolutely doing a great job keeping that 5 pinched to the bottom. It looks like the 5 is going to roll the center off just a little bit better. He's going to go ahead and take that spot away. So Mike Miller now up 8 spots since the beginning of this race. And, Jerry, it looks like we got a pretty good green flag feel to, hey, what do you know? Just as I say that, caution's going to fly on lap 54.
How about that?
Miracles ever cease, right? All right, let's go ahead and find out exactly what happened here. Looks like something's going to be with Chris Murphy a little bit further in the back. So let's go back there with him right now and check in with this driver. So you see driver the 7 Steel Series, number 7 Ford F-150. He's got the 99 right in front of him. Switch on over to our chase cam. It's all single file in front. Let's find out what happens. No real threat from behind. Is this going to be kind of got a little close to the 99 right there? Is that what we're going to see in the next corner?
I don't know.
Really rolling the bottom well. Oh, looks like he's going to go around, and 89 has absolutely nowhere to go. 89 kind of clips him a little bit, sends him up into the wall, and it would have been interesting to see if that 7 would have self-spun, or if he would have been able to save it without the contact, but definitely a racing deal. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's see if we can pull old Brad Rivers in now. I'm pretty sure I know right where Brad is. Yeah, Brad is sitting down with Eon's Motorsports. Bad Brad, it's Repeat and Jerry up in the booth, but you got a copy in that Raise Energy 18.
I got you.
All right, Brad. So far, man, looking really, really good. You pretty much stayed inside the top 5 since this race kicked off. What more do you need out of this Silverado to make it the first Chevy to maybe get to first or second? Because so far, it's been an all Toyota race.
I need a little bit more grip, Pete, honestly, but these cautions are actually helping me because I set up the truck for a short run. So if these cautions keep coming, I can be aggressive on these restarts and try to get up there and hold it the best I can. But if I can get a top 5 out of this, I'll be happy, though.
Well, knowing enough out of Raise Energy, I can tell you if you were to spill a little bit on your pit stop, might actually get those tires a little bit stickier. But man, it's been a while since I've done anything with Raise Energy, but I was with them for a good almost a year. I know you've been around there for a while as well. Definitely wish you a whole lot of luck, and I'll get you back on down with your Eon Motorsports teammates, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
Keep that shiny side up, buddy.
Always.
There you go. All right, Jerry. So we got him back on down with Eon's Motorsports, driver out of Ogdensburg, New York. He's been playing spoiler with these Toyotas. All right, well, Jerry had to step away for just a moment. We're going to kind of continue on.
Sorry, I was muted when I was not trying to be muted. It's a matter of. I think he's been on the move, and it's like he said. I think he's just needing to find that grip. And if he finds any more grip, I think they're going to have their hands full with him. He's been pretty consistent so far in the race.
Absolutely. Let's go on, check on with this pace truck if we can. Looks like the lights atop the truck are out, so we're going to be going back green this time. One's going to be on, one is a control truck, so he's of course going to go ahead and get that customary jump on the rest of the field. Justin Anaskok in that rowdy number 13 Yoda to his outside, the 5 of Mike Miller, 18 of Brad Rivers, and the 25 of Andrew Chapman. Andrew Chapman and Byron Jones right where they set off with this race. Green flags up. Let's see where they set as we go forward. Let's go. Caution's going to be out. Chris Murphy and one other tangoed way in the back. I mean, right on the restart. Let's go back and see if this was a wheel spin issue or exactly what this was.
Yeah, I'm thinking you might be right on that one, Pete.
Yep. Let's go back here. And that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and play this. Fast forward this. Come on. Let's fast forward.
The 18 is one of the... As an afterthought, the 18, like you said, is probably one of the few, like you said, he's trying to spoil that Yoda party, but we do have a couple other Chevrolets maybe trying to come through the field as well. He might have some help. I think it's going to be a matter of some green flag laps after these cautions.
So we kind of just saw what happened there. The 7 trying to catch up to the field. I'm going to guess when he caught up to the back end, he jammed on the brakes, and brake bias just wasn't set right. So he kind of spun out when he had to start checking up. Again, just accidents happen. We'll just roll with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Lights top the pace truck are still on. What do you say we catch up with young Byron Jones right quick? Give me 1 second here. Byron Jones down there in Team CCR. And it won't let me drag him on. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's check in with driver of this 213simware.com Silverado. Byron, it's Repeat and Jerry up in the booth, bud. You got a copy in that 19.
Yeah, I got a copy. What's going on?
All right, sir. Well, good to see you. You started sixth, right now still running sixth, so nothing gained, nothing lost. Same kind of a story with Andrew Chapman and your dad a little bit further in the back. Bud, what do you need to work your way through this field? We know you got a better truck than where you're at.
I need a faster driver, honestly. I suck at this track. I really do. I got to figure out what I need to do to advance myself. I feel really good on my longer runs now. My short runs, I'm struggling with.
What is it about the run that you need? Are you looking for more turn off, or is it too loose getting in, too loose under braking, too tight? What's the main issue?
I'm just trying to figure out what the other guys are doing, because I'm just trying to figure out if shifting's working, if not shifting's working. That's just basically what it comes down to. So I've just been running everyone's line, sort of following, watching, seeing what they do. See if I can't replicate it. Maybe you can put me up top 5. This is definitely not a race-winning truck, that's for sure.
All right, Byron. I'll get you back on down with Team CCR and Pacey Wygant. Please wish him luck in that 00. And, yeah, buddy, go get him out of Goodyear, Arizona.
Will do. Thank you, Pete. You guys have fun.
Always do. All right, let's get him back on down with Pacey Wygant right now. Again, part of Team CCR. And I broadcasted quite a bit with Byron with a couple of different series. Guy's one hell of a racer and one hell of an announcer as well. But he's right where he belongs, he would say. All right, so
well, when whenever you have the truck that's basically he's in 6th now, but he's been pretty much top 3 P3 all day. So if it's not performing for him like he wants and he's sitting in P3, they better be worried about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. P3 driver right now, Brad Rivers, Mike Miller up 8 spots right behind him, and again Andrew Chapman to round out the top 5. We're going to go ahead and bring it on back to Barney in the booth. Green flags up. Field is exiting turn number 4. Pace truck's making that left turn towards Albuquerque. Let's go back green.
Not as big of a jump for the leader this time. Kind of stacking up in the back, but looks like they're going to get through turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like it's a great battle right now. 4P1, 13 had a run on the outside. Not quite able to complete it. May have to check up for just a tad to allow that one to go on by. 13, not quite sure if he missed the corner.
3 wide. 3 wide, and it's 3 and 4 here. Let's see if they're going to make it. They're going to make it. How about that?
Yeah, I need position for
All right. 3 wide. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was paying attention to the racing. It's going to be the 17 or 57 of Josh Taylor.
All right, so right where I was, got what should be the 33 for Blaze Richardson. Blaze again up 18, now 19 spots as he's got a nose on the 57. The 24, Cole Snyder right ahead. 55 of Jeff No, and how about Chase McGuire back here in this Mountain Dew machine? He's still rocking that outside line. He's got Evan Knopp right behind.
Boy, new tires just make you feel like Superman. You can go back out there and get a little bit racier.
Absolutely. Double wide back there with Chase. Everybody else, for the most part, in front of them, all single file as we get on up with Austin Collins and Justin Aniskok just now posting a lap going to Plaid, running a 30.43 to post the fastest time, and 30.52. And just as I say that, Austin Collins says, "Oh yeah, hold my beer." Here's the 30.43 for Austin, and the two leaders kind of trading fastest laps.
Absolutely. Austin Collins that last time by shows me a 30.426. This is definitely blazing fast for the temperature. That's for sure. For it to be so slick out there.
Yep, 18 is going to go ahead and throw it in underneath the 5. And he's going to try to hold it on down. Brad Rivers kind of tapped the brake a little bit, set the nose coming off the corner, still got him to the outside. Andrew Chapman in that 2-5 just kind of wondering which line is going to move. I think I just saw Mike Pop Bear Campbell lose control of his number 71 Nigu machine a little bit further in the back, hit the wall on the inside. So far, though, no caution, working lap 69.
Looks like he came down on the nose of.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to go ahead and bring it on down pit road. Maybe fix up whatever damage he's got and try to get back on out there. 45 more laps to go to complete the Sophia the Fierce 115 with Nigu on the side for Mike Papa Bear Campbell, showing respect for both of those very, very worthwhile charities as the race rolls on. Papa getting some brand new Eagle Feel Goods and going to go ahead and top it off in this 71. He's coming back out.
I don't think there's anything malicious. I think he came across the nose of the 00 on that to get to the inside wall, but I think it was just one of those racing deals, kind of looks like.
All right, 00 of Pacey Wygant back here. You see the 82 of Stan Carnathan and the 3 of Josh Roberts also back here. Pacey came into this race leading the point standings with 267. Byron Jones, 265. Andrew Chapman, 261. Right now, we would have a brand new points leader in Byron Jones, if I'm not mistaken, because Andrew Chapman is actually one position ahead of Byron on the track. There they are.
Nice.
Byron, let's go ahead and take a look from his front bumper. That truck that's right ahead of him. Yep, that would be the new points leader. I believe the 2.5 has led a lap so far. I could be wrong. We've only had a couple of lap leaders so far coming across the start stripe to start lap 73, and it's kind of interesting here, Jerry. You know, taking a look at Austin Collins running first, Justin Anscock running second, Andrew Chapman running fifth, Byron Jones running sixth. All those guys still running in the position that they started this race in.
That's amazing. And it's one of those tracks, too, where, like, you know, being slick and having those variables and all the, you know, the different tire strategies and stuff like that for them to have such a consistent and strong run really shows you the incredibleness of the league. You know, they're all right there with each other and actively battling on the track as we speak even.
Absolutely. Working on riding on board with Mike Miller. This is the third place driver right ahead. You see that rowdy machine for Justin Anasagok, and in front of him, as it looks like we got a battle, as you just mentioned, between the 18 of Brad Rivers and the 5. 5 is going to have the launch off the corner. Brad Rivers is either going to have to get in line or think about how he can get that Silverado to exit better than the 5 coming through the next set of turns. And it looks like he's going to try to look to the left rear at the door. Coming down the middle of the back stretch, 18 may have the line getting in. Will the 5 come on down and cut him off? Nope. 5 showing great respect, staying high, keeping the 18 down low. 18, all that's going to do if he has to continue to run these short turns or these short corners is really just wear out that right front, Jerry.
And Andrew Chapman and that Monster Energy number 25 machine behind them is loving seeing this for that reason. You know, he's going to be at some point probably in a position to overtake these guys if they're not careful. As you said, burning up that right front and everything is going to be problematic for these guys.
Absolutely. So looks like the 18 has decided to go ahead and settle in right behind the 5 of Mike Miller, Brad Rivers, and an Andrew Chapman. Again, that's your top 5. So what do you say we jump on board with Austin Collins, take a lap or two around this guy. If you've got a decent TV, decent soundboard, whatever it is, go ahead and crank it up. Let's go ahead and roll aboard. Let's go.
Oh, we have a truck on the outside, in the outside wall. Is that Jones in the outside wall here?
All right, let's go on back. So far, no caution. Working lap 79 of 115. Byron Jones. Oh, there it is. There's a caution. All right, so yeah, Byron Jones. Let's go back to find out what happened with driver 19 right quick. He's probably going to say I cursed him by pulling him into the booth, but that's all right. Let's go on back. Again, Sophia the Fierce along the truck bed. Jones Paint and Design, his own personal service going across the tailgate. Let's find out what happens. Oh, 2-4 Cole Snyder just slightly getting in. It looks like 57. He was able to help save that 19. 63 coming along the outside as well. And now he's getting a whole nother tap. Oh, this time looks like Jeff Stout Whiskey kind of got into that thing, and you just saw the motor pop. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very, very unfortunate.
Just destroyed the front end of that truck. He hit dead on, you know.
Oh, man. Very unfortunate for the Silverado. And he's not going to make it to pit road.
He's going to be mad at us a little bit.
All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so let's see if we can't check in with the one and only Cole Snyder in that 2-4. But we're going to go ahead and let him pit first. That way he can concentrate on everything that he's got going on before we go ahead and pull him to the booth. Let's see if Cole Snyder is even available. Nope, does not look like he is. So, how about Evan in the 63?
Big movers. Yeah, let's talk to Evan. I think he just made a huge move on pit road.
There we go. So, all right, let's go ahead and bring Evan on up. Evan, it's Repeat and Jerry in the booth, but you got a copy there in P7 now, up 18 spots on the evening so far.
What's up, Pete?
All right, Evan, buddy, you're looking pretty good. Like I just mentioned, up 18 spots in that body armor 63. You had a great race last week, I believe. Man, we're starting to see more and more Chevys get closer and closer to the lead. Brad Rivers is kind of leading the charge for the bow tie recently, but right now all four front positions owned by the Yoda. What do you need to get on up there and show them what you're made of?
I don't know if I have anything for the guys up there. They've been pretty fast. I started in the back and kind of been in the hornet's nest this entire time. I had some damage from that wreck earlier that I just used a fast repair for. So we're going to see what I got here now that I got a clean truck. I'm just happy to be up here. It's been wild coming through the field.
Did you take 2 tires on that to get up to the front?
What's that?
Did you take 2 tires just on that last pit stop? You made a lot of positions on pit road, it looks like.
No, just my pit box is right at the beginning of pit road, so I was able to get in there pretty clean, and 4 tire stop and a fast repair.
All right, Evan, we'll definitely get you on back down. I believe you were hanging out in Eon Motorsports. Is that right?
Yep.
All right, so I'll get you back on down there. Keep the shiny side up. You've been really getting after it, so we'll see how the evening ends out for you.
I appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. All right, so get him back on down there with Andrew Chapman, Brad Rivers, and Stan Carnathan right now. And yeah, Jerry, Evan Knopp, he's been very, very hot, but when he's not, he's not. Guy's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had the privilege of racing around Evan as well, spectating Evan quite a bit, and I will say that, you know, if nothing else, he's a respectful driver. He's clean, and so it's just a matter of, I think, putting together some good performances for him in the league here, and you know, and working on track position and things like that as he's doing, I think will kind of help build him up here. So he's getting better and better, I do believe.
All right, green flag's back out as they all come screaming on Barney in the flag stand. barreling off into turn number 1, working lap 84 of 115, way past halfway. 3/4 of the weight of the race is now in the books. Number 1 shot out like a cannon. Justin Aniscock in that rowdy number 13, still sitting P2. So first and second continue to run right where they qualified. Mike Miller third, Andrew Chapman fourth, Cole Snyder in that 2-4. Right now up 3, actually make that up 4 spots, and we got a wreck right in the middle of the race.
And it still happened. Trucks piling in. Looks like it was just 79's involved again, as well as. Looks like the 4th place truck might have started getting around. Let's see what it is.
All right, how about we drop on back with the 3 right now? And looks like he's racing in loving memory of Christian Ruddick. It looks like he's got a pretty good view of the field. Let's play it out from here and see what happens from his from his driver's perspective. Having a checkup. Good job. All right, let's go on up and pick up with Joe Tardif, and we'll bring it on back to the chase cam. He's sitting to the inside of the 95, right behind the 89 Lucas Oil machine, and it's played out. Looks like the 33 gets loose. Nowhere much for the 42 to go. Tries to go back to the inside. Keeps off the wall, but then gets plugged in the rear end by the 7. 95 and others just skating on by. And looks like Pacey Wygen able to get through. 61 able to pull underneath. And some decent tore-up trucks. Chris Murphy, Jeff Jones involved in that. Pacey Wygen barely got through. And Mike Pop Bear Campbell as well. Mike Alpha York out there saying 4th place lost it. Ugh. Hate when that happens.
You got and you gotta think we've had a couple of them. We might have helped a little of the broadcaster jinx tonight. We're going to watch our power.
Yeah, let's actually go on up there and talk about 4th place. That's going to be Andrew Chapman. Let's play it out from here and see what happens with his 89 Monster Machine. I'm sorry, 25 Monster Machine.
Oh, man. You just... Snap loose.
Oh, yeah, it exactly. Snap loose. Nothing that he could really do about that. Some able to get on by, others not so much. Oh, 42 thought he was able to squeak on by on the inside. Oh, very, very, very tough. Thanks, Mike. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All
I believe
right.
the 25 used his fast repair.
I would imagine he would too. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so 1 and 13 looks like the lights atop the Pace truck are out. Going into turn number 3 right now. They're all racked and stacked back up, about ready to be set free yet again. And what do you think? We got kind of cutting it close on the cautions, or are we going to stay green from here?
I'm going to have to go ahead and say the words at this point. Cautions breed cautions, and we're getting to the end of this race, dwindling down the laps. I think we're going to probably take up more.
All right, well, we are back. Green flag going through turns 1 and 2 right now. 1 and 13, kind of assuming the positions they were in before. Behind them, though, all double wide for the most part. Kind of look like a super speedway restart. 1 into the corner, 3 right behind, 2-4. Cole Snyder breaking up this Toyota party, putting his bow tie into that 3rd position. Mike Miller in that number 5 Yoda right now sitting P4. Brad Rivers inserting his Silverado into the 5th place spot as well. Now looks like 1st through 7th all single file. Back to Evan Knopp, which I believe is going to be our last truck in this this single file conga line. And Jerry, I'm starting to see a lot of guys make some pretty aggressive moves.
It does look like with 25 laps to go, it is getting chippier as we are seeing trucks just dive in at this point to the inside of each other. As you said, we have battles all the way around the track from 3rd on back.
Absolutely, 3rd on back. Talking about Cole Snyder, he's got the 5-5, absolutely shoving him off the corner. 18 of Brad Rivers right behind that that number 5 Yoda. These Exalta colors, they look like they want to get to the front. A little bit more clean air on the hood of this Silverado than there was before. Again, I mentioned before that Cole Snyder up to P3, he's charging.
Absolutely. The trucker Joshua Taylor looks to be on a move as well. Middle of the field.
Yeah, Josh Taylor holding more smoke right now, sitting in P number 8, qualified 7th, so down 1 spot. He lost some spots earlier, but he's coming back on up through the field right when it really matters. I was talking to his teammate Justin Aniscock about the rest of the schedule this season, and when I mentioned Kentucky, he said, "You know what, Josh Taylor, he's gonna win that race." He was calling his shot just like Babe Ruth did way back when. So I think we might see this 57 get a win before the season's over, and it might be at Kentucky.
You know, you got to love when you have that momentum on your side and that confidence. You never know, you could roll in a track like that with that kind of confidence and just set the pace, you know.
Absolutely. Chase McGuire and Mike Call right now running side by side. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. 99 to the outside, 94 in, 16 right there as well. They are double wide for at least a good 3 or 4 rows. Chase McGuire going to be able to take the point on that. 99 is going to fill the hole.
Looks like they're pretty much getting tame all the way until about the, 10th spot right now. Big close battle between the 13th and the 13th position and 14th position was at Pacey Wygent, the 00.
Yeah, Pacey Wygent continuing to move up through the field. Again, he qualified much better than he had to start. Able to qualify, but had to start from the pits, unfortunately. But that 00, Sophia the Fierce Machine, showing one more time why he is the points leader so far from the rear, which again, we're talking 30th place would have been where he started. Right now up to P13. So go Pacey.
That's crazy. Absolutely. And you got to give a little bit of credit also to the 79, holding his own back up in the 9th spot inside the top 10. He's had a couple of times that he's been in trouble today. So it looks like he's maybe using some strategy to get his truck up there as well. But it looks like it's got some speed too.
Yeah, again, that's going to be Chase McGuire in that Mountain Dew machine, sitting right behind the 55 of the one and only Jeff No out of Pofftown, North Carolina, to the other side of Greensboro. It's going to be if Jeff can finish right here, that'll be a great run for him. Might even pretty much consider it very, very close to a win. If there's ever a guy making the switch from console over to iRacing, this guy needs a new horseshoe tack welded onto the dashboard in his Ford, because he has had the most bad luck of anybody else that I know.
As you say that, was not him though.
It was Byron Jones, I think. Yeah,
Byron Jones again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how about that? Pacey Wygent got bit by a penalty. Byron Jones, who's second in the points, now running back in P24. Andrew Chapman, who had an issue earlier, he is currently running in P16. So third in points. He's doing a great job rebounding. But Pacey Wygent, who came in our points leader, he's in front of those that are closest to him in the points.
Yeah, it actually looks like we had a dust up. I just mentioned these guys. The 25 actually just missed Byron Jones getting around there. It looks like Stan Carnathan might have come down on the 19 a little bit. It looks like the 19 was kind of trying to sneak through into the corner, and then the 25 of Andrew Chapman, as you just mentioned, he had kind of a front row to the 19 going around there. But the rest of them made it through, and so far we're still caution free.
Yeah, so far still caution free. 16 laps remaining. Guys and girls, if you want to keep up with Turn Down for What over on iRacing, go on over. It's at TDFW Racing. Turn Down for What Racing. And, man, there's always something going on. You could do the same thing over on Facebook. Make sure you go on over, give them a follow, keep up with everything that's going up. There's going to be a Thunder Series, a Super Speedway Thunder Series that's going to be starting up. There's going to possibly be a new Cup Series. There's late model stocks. There's all kinds of things going on with this community. Make sure you keep on up with everything that's going on here. There's always some kind of racing on track most nights. So come on out, hang out, chat it up, keep me company, and let me know that you're out there and who you pulling for. Speaking of which, Jerry, who do you have for the night? Knowing that the one is really, really strong. 13, Justin Ansigak also able to get on up there as well. Does the 13 take the lead back now that he's only a second behind Austin Collins, or does Austin Collins go the distance going from pole to flag?
Pete, you're going to put me on the spot again, and I got to say I'm actively watching the 25 Monster energy entry of Andrew Chapman march back through this field. He's made his way back up at 13th right now, as you just mentioned a moment ago, a little bit further back, but he's marching it. So I think it's going to be a matter of if he has enough laps to get there at 115 laps, a couple green-white checkered flag finishes. Maybe he could be in contention back up there in the front. He's the only one really that's kind of fallen from grace from the top 5, as we've noticed the consistency tonight and notated that as such. But I think I have a bias, maybe a broadcaster bias for the 25 entry of Andrew Chapman, but it's going to be hard to beat that one truck. He's been so dominant today.
Yeah, absolutely. 2.5 right now, still running right ahead of the 82 Hemp's machine for Stan Carnathan. These two just kind of pretty much running around nose to tail. No clear advantage for either truck. They're staying pretty consistent between each other, running 12th and 13th respectively. But yeah, Austin Collins up here in this this number 1 Toyota TRD machine. He's just doing a masterful job of keeping that thing up front, both on and off pit road during the caution stops that were made. Same thing with Justin Ansigak, able to get a couple of great launches during those restarts, but just the one has just that little bit more that the 13 needs to really get on up. And I mentioned just a minute ago, Jerry, that the 13 was only a second behind Austin Collins. Well, in the last 3 laps, he's kind of added to that second ahead. So I think Austin Collins might just be kind of managing the gap, kind of putting the throttle down a little bit when he has to. Other than that, maybe pulling that 13 in just a little bit before he has to get back on the throttle again.
I think with just the 9 laps to go dwindling down here that we've got, if we see one more caution, I think they're going to have quite a conundrum on their hands with whether to pit or not. Honestly, it could be interesting to see if we have another caution come out. Otherwise, I think you're right. I think the one's got this in the bag.
5-car Mike Miller up 9 spots since the start of this evening. He's a good 2.4 behind Austin Collins with now 9 laps to go. We're in the single digits of this 115 lapper here in New Hampshire. Again, this is the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series, and welcome aboard to everybody that's been out there all night long, whether it's been on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, iRock TV through your favorite Roku device, or on Kick. Welcome aboard again, everybody, especially those on iRock. If you haven't already, go on over to your Roku TV, go to the streamers section, look for the iRock TV logo that you see there on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Search it out. It is a 100% free channel, no commercials, and whether you're watching something during a live session like this, or if you're watching a re-air, all on-demand or live streams are broadcast in beautiful 4K. 8 laps to go, Jerry. 5 car continuing to try to hunt down the 3. Cole Snyder behind him. Doesn't really look like he has much for the 5. And also Brad Rivers down 2 since the start of the race as well, sitting in P5.
I mean, the big mover today, I believe, is that 63 truck of Evan Canop, who's made his way into the top 10. You got to give a solid run to him. Everyone else has been pretty consistent, like you said. Josh Taylor has made a late move as well to get his entry, 57 entry up there to 7th. But for the most part, I mean, like I said, that fall from grace. Andrew Chapman has made his way back up to 12th. Pacey's made his way up to 11th, so that's not a bad run. It's just been one of those days where I think the consistency and the tires and managing that slickness and like you said, the right front is maybe played most of the factor. But I mean, it's hard to deny the fact that Austin has just absolutely put a whooping on these guys today.
Yeah, Austin now 6 laps to go. This machine still rolling very, very well. Now up 3.3 over Justin Anscock back here in this Rowdy number 13. Rowdy won last week at Dega. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to go back to back unless we have something happen where everybody gets all racked and stacked back up and he'd have yet another shot at it. Mark Morton out there in the land of Facebook says, Pete, where's my buddy Mike Honcho? I don't actually believe that Mike is in the field this evening. Mark, good to see you out there. Rev out there saying, go race control. I'm not quite sure if he's telling me to come to race control or what's going on right there. But Rev, as always, doing a masterful job in race control and the race reports when they are after he's gone back through and watched everything that's happened. Rev does a masterful job. 4 laps to go here, Jerry.
4 laps to go. I think the closest battle is between the 00 of our points leader, Pacey Weisert, right now, as well as James Minch in the 10th position in that 94 truck.
Okay.
Working on a 79 as well. That's probably the closest battle on the track right now, but as far as everyone else, they're pretty much spread out as the laps are, 3 to go?
Yeah, it looks like Chase McGuire, he's going to have a pretty good opening race here. He's had a couple of issues this evening, but right now sitting in P number 9, right ahead of James Mensch, as you mentioned, in that 94. Right behind him is actually his good buddy. Those guys, anytime they're racing, usually they're streaming together on James's channel. Ferret Man 88, I want to say. These two kind of really getting after it. Behind them, of course, Andrew Chapman in that 2.5. As you mentioned, 2 laps remaining.
Yes, sir. The one truck is just in his own area code at this point.
Literally. Coming off of, looks like turn number 4. Going to come on down across the start stripe. White flag lap. Looking back behind him, 4.4 back to Justin Anisgok. Nobody's going to have anything at all for Austin Collins. Right now, Justin does see Mike Miller getting a little bit closer, but he's not going to have anything for him. Down the backstretch they go. Going to get on up with Mike. Off of 4 for the last time. It's going to be Austin Collins getting it done at New Hampshire. Congratulations, Austin.
We got to give that truck it was on a rail today.
Absolutely. Justin Anisgok making it official. P2. Mike Miller doing the same in that number 5 Toyota. So even though we lost one Yoda to Andrew Chapman in that 2.5 after having an issue about 40 laps ago, 3 Toyotas finish in the top 3 positions. How's that? If you want to know where your favorite manufacturer finished, here you go. Actually, it's not going to allow me to do it because the race is over. Just going to continue with the gaps. But we're going to get on up with Austin Collins. We're going to go ahead and clear the boards. Austin, buddy, the stream is all yours. Go ahead and burn them down, sir. Have fun. Austin trying to get that motor to pop, absolutely lighting it up, going a good distance back down the front stretch. Going to pull it right to the start stripe. Get a great team picture right there, right underneath Barney, and go ahead and pull it on into the pits. So again, big congratulations to Austin Collins getting it done tonight here in the Turned Out for What iRacing Truck Series from New Hampshire. Again, Justin Aniscock bringing it home P2, right where he started. Mike Miller in his number 5 Yoda bringing it up 9 spots to finish P3. All right, ladies and gents, we will be right back with our top 3 live from the booth. Don't nobody go anywhere. All right, ladies and gents, thanks for keeping it right here. Definitely appreciate it. We are back. We got our top 3 live in the booth. We're going to start off with driver 5. Like I just mentioned, Jerry, up 9 spots to finish 3rd. Mike Miller, I tell you what, it really seemed like you in the 5 had a pretty good bead on what you needed for New Hampshire. With 115 to 120 degree track temp, it had to be pretty slick. We saw some guys lose it off of the corners. Tell me about that ride you got and your strategy here this evening.
Oh, she was definitely slick coming up off the corner if you gave it a little bit too much gas. You had to drive it off, but of course, you didn't want to eat your tires up too quick. Pretty good long reflat rungs there. Our goal was definitely top 5. I think we missed the last 4 weeks. We got to make a big movement points if we want to participate in the playoffs. And wish we had a couple more spots, but that P3 will suit us good.
Yeah, talking about the points, you came into tonight's race sitting tied for 20th with Evan Knopp in his 63 machine. So definitely a ways to go. This race kicked off the second half of this season. So I believe there's 6 or 7 more races to go till we crown a champion in Las Vegas. How you feeling about this season so far, and the tracks that are coming up?
Feeling really good about the season so far. I think this is my 4th race. It's either podium or finish 20th if I'm getting wrecked out, but feeling really good about the season. We just got to stack a whole bunch of races here. put them together, stay in the top 5. Hopefully, we're there at the end.
Next week, we're going to be making lefts and rights. We're going to go up to Watkins Glen, New York in these trucks. It's going to be a great race. Probably the Glen is probably one of, if not my favorite road course. One of, if not my favorite road course. There we go. Going back to like the old NASCAR 09, 07, 08 days. You road ringer, would you classify yourself as, or is that track place a little bit of contention with you to where you'll be burning the midnight oil with a little bit of extra practice this week?
We're pretty good on the road courses. Just that turn 1, you got to get that turn 1 down, and everything else is pretty good. But we can definitely turn right and left, and that's hopefully where we make another substantial gains and move up in the points.
All right, buddy. And of course, last but not least, any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to shout out tonight, sir?
Just me. I think the wife got the kid down early, so quiet night.
There you go. All right. Well, congratulations one more time, P3. Jerry, I believe you got P2 talking about Justin Anasagok in that Rowdy 13.
Rowdy, it looks like you were holding your own for the most part of the race there, but it looks like there might have been a couple slick moments as well. How was that truck handling for you?
Me and Austin and Miller are Toyota teammates. I wish I had what they had. No, I'm just joking. One of my worst tracks. I was surprised I even ran in the top 5. Austin was, on rails all night. The only time I really got by him was at the start, and I think I only led 10 laps and he led the rest. But yeah, man, just a nice clean points night. I know I knocked the wall down about 5 times coming out of 4 for Austin, so I hope he appreciates it. There's a little bit more room.
We actually did notice you guys had some speed on the outside. You're talking about knocking the wall down. Did you notice that there was a little bit more speed up top than usual at this track? It was slick out there, nice and hot and slick, but did you notice any more speed on the outside than usual?
From practice to the race, you can definitely tell, but he was just so good coming out of the corners, and I just had no grip at all, and he was just taking me to Gapplebee's at the end there. I think I got some damage on the right side the last time I hit the wall, but I don't think it really mattered. He was just so fast, but yeah, again, just a nice solid points night overall.
Awesome. Well, that was a good run. I for not having one of your favorable trucks in your opinion, getting up there and dominating. Toyota's had a very dominant night, and you were a part of that. So congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Rowdy, congrats from me too as well. Going to Watkins Glen next week. What do you think about the road course to kick off the second race in the second half of the season, sir?
Yeah, I love Watkins Glen. It's one of my favorite tracks and probably one of my best road courses. Haven't ran really well in the league races since I always had damage and running about 20th. So as long as I can keep it clean and in the top 5 and on the track, I think I'll be fine.
All right, Rowdy. I'm sure I'll talk to you throughout the week. Congratulations again on this runner-up. Definitely going to help you in your points. You came into tonight's race, and we were talking a little bit about it before this all kicked off. 4th in points, 232, and I mentioned about 36 points behind Pacey. You're definitely going to make some of that up, especially leading and him finishing back in P10. So that was definitely a good points night for you. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out, Pacey? Or Pacey. Justin.
You guys for broadcasting. I know we had a lot of cautions. I think we had 8 tonight, but I was kind of thankful too. I can stay around the 1, and he didn't lap the field. Austin, keep your little dirty secrets over there with that setup. But yeah, man, just shout out to everybody that showed up. I think we had 30 trucks or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, again, congrats Austin on the win.
I'm going to assume that he had Martin Truex Jr. come shake his simulator down. That's really what the secret probably really was.
Oh yeah, definitely. He had that Martin Truex Jr. setup.
Sure.
All right, moving on up. We mentioned it just like Justin did last week, going from pole to checkered flag. Austin Collins in the next week able to do the same here from New Hampshire. Austin, you started on pole, the fastest truck. Here you are in Victory Lane in New Hampshire. Is this place one of your better tracks? Did you have to learn something throughout the night to manage the gap that you had? Tell us about the truck and did you have to pick up on anything as the race went on?
New Hampshire is usually not one of my favorites. I'm usually all right here, but something about this place driving it's kind of odd to me. But I usually bring pretty decent speed. Like I said, I know I ran a couple weeks ago whenever they were officials and everything was at New Hampshire. I ran a lot with my Team Watson Racing setup guys, and got a lot of practice on the open setups, and it helped me out a lot here tonight. Just knowing the line. I know that y'all were talking about the top side having a little bit of speed. I know you can really get runs off the top, but that lane above the bottom there, just putting your left sides right on that dash line, just really rolling the corner is the big thing, and just getting the truck to stay straight off the corner. If you can get it pointed straight off the corner and just keep the gas in it and not have the back end come around, you're set up to have a good time around here. So that's all I was focused on, was just keeping the back end straight, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
Years back, we used to hear a lot about diamonding out corners at a place like this, and maybe a Dover and a couple other places. Is that still a thing around here when you're talking about that third line or that third seam in or around 1 and 2 as well as 3 and 4, or is it just really holding the line that third groove up off the yellow?
You definitely can diamond it. Usually, for me personally, diamonding around here tends to burn the either the right one of the right sides off. It burns it off, and it usually you slow up after a run. Like I said, I really learned that the just backing it up on entry and focusing on your exits and roll speed in the middle, and just like I said, keeping your left sides on that dash line right above the banking down there on the very bottom. It helped save the right front and the right rear a bit, and so you can have that speed there in the later run. Like I said, I know if I was further back into the field, obviously you got to go wherever you can, so diamonding will work there, but that was the big thing about the track position tonight, was just being up front. I could run my line and put it where I wanted it, so it all worked out for me.
Well, but like you just heard me mention to Mike and Justin, next week we're heading on up to the Glen. Turn 1, the bus stop, and the exit of the carousel sometimes can be a little tricky, or maybe even coming off of turn 7, pretty sharp, 90-degree turn. What are you thinking about a little road course racing next week? Think you might be able to go back to back, or you're gonna have to get a little bit of practice in this week?
I really like the road courses nowadays. I used to really hate them, but they've kind of grew on me a bit more that I've ran them now. Especially, like I said, anything in these trucks, for some reason, these trucks have just grew on me a lot, and I've gotten really comfortable driving these things. The only problem would be for next week is I just don't know about my schedule. Like I said, I was lucky to drive here tonight. I know I've missed probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks now in a row, just because of life. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to show up next week. I'd love to. Like I said, I think I won earlier in the season. It was a while back ago. So having 2 wins, you'd like to show up more often. But like I said, life always comes first. So
that's right.
We'll see.
Life and family first. Absolutely, you got it. Well, you came in here tied for 17th with Mike Allen in the 88. We got, I believe, 6 more races after tonight. Definitely looking forward to catching you next week at the Glen and seeing what you're capable of if you can make it. If not, man, absolutely life and family first at the end of the night or at the end of the day. This is they call it a sin, but hey, man, it's still, it ain't real. So
Oh yeah, it's a video game.
all right, Austin. Congratulations yet again. Wow, way to keep all tires and fenders. Any quick friends, family sponsors, sir?
Yeah, I got to shout out Team Watson Racing setup. I said they let me hop on board with them this past couple months ago. They've been a lot of help. I think I've gained quite a bit of iRating just running off their set. So shout out to them. Shout out to you all for doing the broadcast. Papa for putting on the league and all the drivers that show up every week.
All right, buddy. I will see you tomorrow night with the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, actually from the Glen, and then on Wednesday with the All-American Racing Partnership Series as well. Congratulations, Austin.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Jerry. So that is another week in the books. It's Austin Collins raising the lobster at the end of the night. What'd you think about New Hampshire and your second week in the booth?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The turndown was for what Racing League has been so far. Everything you would think it is by the name alone. It is just litty. I'm not gonna lie. There's been so much action on the track in the 2 races that I've helped you cover here, Pete. That I'm a fan. I'm more of a fan than of the TDFW than I am of the Cup Series right now on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it was pretty action-filled today. It looked like one of the better New Hampshire races that I've actually seen. And so I thought. Everyone seemed to echo the same sentiment as far as that one truck. He was on rails, and so we've seen kind of a performance like that at this track before. So that was championship form for the one. I think today, as far as that was concerned, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Glen. Looking forward to the chaos that we can have at that track. As sure as its name is Watkins Glen, I feel like we're going to have another good banging race as we roll out into that track next week.
All right. Well, everybody, again, big thank you to everybody that came out, hung out, chatted up, kept both Jerry and I company throughout the evening. And again, whether you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, iRock TV, or Kick, thanks for coming out. Definitely appreciate y'all. And we will see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great week, everyone. Later.
Thank you, guys.